Okay. Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our pre-match press conference ahead of tomorrow's game against Saturday's game against Watford. We'll start with the general housekeeping rules. We'll start with the broadcast section, followed by an embargoed section that is embargoed until 10:30 p.m. on Friday. We'll start with one question per person, and we'll begin with Alistair Gold.
Good afternoon.
You said a little while back that you want an extra month to evaluate your players. I just wondered whether you've done that now, whether you've completed that evaluation process.
Yeah, but I don't listen very well. Can you repeat, because I don't listen very well.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you said about a month ago that you needed an extra month to evaluate your players.
Yeah.
I just wondered whether you've completed that process now.
Yeah, I think so. No, I think, but I'm sure 100%. And I made evaluation after 2 months. After 2 months of work with my players, and for sure now the situation is more clear than before.
And what happens now? Will you sit down and have a meeting with I presume Fabio Paratici and Daniel Levy? And are there certain? I mean, are you going to ask for certain players in the transfer window, or certain players that maybe can leave Tottenham?
But I'm waiting to have a meeting with the club, and then also to give my opinion about the squad, and what I think about our situation, and for sure I'm waiting for a meeting.
And
Thanks, Alistair.
I was going to ask, just very.
Right, next we'll go to Anne-Marie Batson. Anne-Marie?
Hello, Antonio. How do you expect your players to respond against Watford, and what do you hope that they will deliver for 2022?
My expectation, and this is the first game of the new year, but my expectations are always the same, and to play a really good game, and to try to get 3 points. And my expectation are these. We know very well that it won't be easy, because Watford will want to do the same, and but we have to think to ourselves to try to continue to improve game by game, and to be better in many aspects that we are working.
How significant is this game against Watford, given that Tottenham are 1 point behind West Ham, inching closer to the top 4, and there's the London derby to come against Arsenal?
But the most important thing for us are the 3 points, to get 3 points, and this is the most important thing. Then to think too much in what happened, I think is not good for us. We have to go step by step, game by game, and we have to know that we need to improve in many aspects if we want to be competitive. In this moment, we have a long distance from the top 4.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. Next, we'll go to George Cummins. George?
Thanks, Callum. Antonio, hello. I just wondered if I could get some team news, please. And will you start Harry Kane again against Watford?
Yeah, but Harry is in a good form, and you can see that he's playing very well. But he's available and to play against Watford. Also because we had 3 days and 4 days after the last game against against Southampton, and for this reason, there is all the time to recover, to rest, to have a training session, and to be ready to play against Watford.
And which team are currently the favourites to finish in the top four at the minute? Would that be Arsenal? Would that be you? Would it be Man United or West Ham? Which team do you think are the favourites to finish fourth?
I don't know which is the favorite, and for sure on the paper there are 4 teams very strong with a good squad, with important squad, and 2 City, United, and Chelsea and Liverpool. I think these are 4 top teams that they have to fail to find a place in Champions League, and you have to be very, very good, because also there is Arsenal, there is West Ham, there is other strong team, Leicester, Everton, the same, and many good teams. And you have to hope to fail the other, and you to be good and to overperform 200%.
Thanks, George. Jamie Way will come to you next.
Thanks, Callum. Good afternoon, Antonio. My question is a kind of follow-up to Alistair's question at the start. After the game in Slovenia, you said the level wasn't so high at Tottenham. Now that you have assessed the squad better, do you think you need to add players in January to challenge for the top 4?
But for sure, and after only 2 weeks, I say that we need to improve the quality of the squad, and for sure we need to improve the quality of the squad. And I was sure after 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks about this, and then I make the evaluation to understand who is the players that I can count and the players that I can count. But for sure, and the squad needs to improve the quality, but in an important way, before to think something of different a place in UEFA or in Conference League, because this league is the level is very high, and now you are in the middle. You are in the middle, and you have to think to build something important. For this reason, I said, and I asked to patience and time, because in this moment the gap is very large, and we need to work a lot, and also to try to build and to improve also the quality of the squad.
And just secondly from me, there's been some strange officiating decisions over the Christmas period. Tottenham suffered a couple, Chelsea last night had a couple of strange decisions. Do you think the standard of officiating in English football is poor and needs to get better?
But for sure in England, and the referee with the less than Italy, for example, and in one side, on the other side, I think during the game they are good, because sometimes there are mistakes in one side or the other side, and it doesn't care. I think that they have pay more attention with the VAR, because if you have a monitor, if you have a monitor to see the situation, and then you can make mistakes. In this is very difficult, but I say this also in Italy. And now, if you have the VAR and you have a monitor to see very well what happened, and then it's very difficult to accept mistakes under this aspect. Then, as I said, after the game against Southampton, we have to have faith in referee. We have to have faith in a VAR, but it's easier to accept a mistake of the referee than the VAR.
Thanks, Jamie. Next, we'll go to Dan Kilpatrick.
Hi, Antonio. I
Hi.
just wondered if I could ask about Tanguy and Ndombele and what role you see for Tanguy in your squad.
But Tanganga.
Sorry, Ndombele, not Tanganga. Tanguy.
Tanguy, Ndombele.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but he's a midfielder, and I think he's a midfielder. Yeah.
When you spoke about him a month ago or so, Antonio, you said he needs to be more of a team player. Do you feel that he's starting to understand that better now?
But I pay the same attention for every my player, and in every single session I pay great attention every single player, and I don't. My concentration is not only for 12, 13, or 14 players, for the whole squad. And then there are players that understand before. Players that they understand very well, other players that they need more time, or could be difficult to understand some situations.
Thank you, Dan. Next, we'll go to Jonathan Veal.
Hi, Antonio.
Hi.
In 2 days, Hugo Lloris can talk to foreign clubs about signing a contract with them. I was wondering if you could tell us if you expect him to sign a new contract with Tottenham, and when, if that might be close.
I didn't understand very well. Yeah, can you repeat? Sorry, the question.
In 2 days, Hugo Lloris can talk to other clubs about joining them at the end of his contract. I was wondering whether he's been offered a new contract with Tottenham and whether you would like him to stay.
But he's talking about me?
About Hugo Lloris.
Eh?
Hugo Lloris.
You? Hugo Lloris. Yeah, but sorry, but I didn't understand the subject. Hugo is a player, is a Tottenham player, is the captain, and for sure he'll speak, he'll talk with the club, and to try to find a solution.
Are you confident? Are you confident that will happen? Do you think Hugo wants to stay?
I think so. And I think Hugo want to stay in this club. He loves this club, and he stays well in Tottenham. And I think this could be his opinion.
Thanks, Johnny. We'll take one from Jack Pickbrook, and then we'll finish for this section with Francesco. So Jack Pickbrook.
Hi, Antonio. Last summer, Ndombele wanted to leave Tottenham. Is there a chance that he will leave in the January transfer window?
But I repeat before to speak about transfer market, about this topic. I think that it's better for me and the club to speak together, and then we will have the situation more clear than now. Now to speak about player that they can come to go, I think is not right, and is not honest.
One midfielder who is playing well now is Harry Winks. Is he unique in your team in his ability to play those clever forward passes?
But Winks is playing well, and Winks showed to be a reliable player, and for this reason, Winks will stay here. And I'm finding player that they are reliable, and I count on them. And Winks is showing me that I can count about him.